blessed day, everyone out there. This is your host and career supporter, Eric, the Homework Now YouTube channel, where we scout, research, and provide at home hybrid business opportunities and career resources for the everyday workers. We have some exciting opportunities today, but before we start, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel to get the latest info from Homework Now. All right, guys, let's go. Okay, guys, so our first opportunity comes from a company called Amentum. Now, they are a defense and space contractor for the federal government, but they also work with these startup private companies like SpaceX. But I think the other one is Blue Origin. So they mainly work with, like I said, defense and even infrastructure. Also. Space explore, exploration with NASA and other space companies. So let's look and take a look at the website and see what they are all about. Okay, so definitely, this is the website is very easy to maintain, and so here we have a breakdown what the mission is and what sustains them. So they, like I said, they work with space systems, digital transformation, sustainability and environment, advanced energy. That's a big one. Energy resources, data analytics, and cybersecurity. So global logistics and supply chain management, research, development, test, and evaluation. C51S are systems engineering, so that's part of the engineering and sustainment, and some more with engineering as well. Aviation engineering and sustainment, land vehicles, probably like military. If unfortunately, we're in a conflict right now, so land vehicles, trucks, tanks, that type of thing. Naval fleet, naval engineering and sustainment, naval determined, advanced testing, aerial systems, like probably like radar or visual aerial defense systems, intelligence, infrastructure solutions, nuclear security. Yes, please, we need definitely nuclear security, and medical and disaster response. So they provide, solutions for those different companies or those different sections of space and defense. So, mission modernization and sustainment, space systems, digital transformation, sustainability and environment, advanced energy solutions, data analytics, and probably cyber capabilities. So, I would definitely take a look at their website and see what they're all about. They probably provide solutions, strategies to help those systems. Run smoothly, provide, like I said, IT support, and just it looks like a very overall interesting company. And especially if you, with the position that we're going to look at today, is going to involve NASA. So if you like, space exploration, being part of the space program, I would definitely check this out. So we have a remote position, but it's also going to be based out of Houston, Texas. Of course, because we have NASA and the Johnson Space Center. So what you would be doing, you would become a buyer for Amentum. And the job description describes it as you're going to have to be passionate about human space exploration, understand the origins of the universe, and working with a passionate and diverse team to make a difference. Then this position is for you. So you will need to use your talent, teamwork, and energy to help us achieve great things that inspire people all over the globe. We need you to bring creative ideas and diverse backgrounds to help us envision, shape, and deliver systems that will enable the exploration of space while benefiting people here on Earth. We are excited about what we can do. We need you on our team as we take on exciting challenges for NASA pursuits in deep space exploration. As NASA largest, wow, that's pretty interesting. As NASA's largest engineering solutions provider, working together with NASA as centers across the United States. Wow, that's pretty incredible. So with this buyer position, so you will be. So here's some of the responsibilities that would be with this position. So let's go through just a brief few of them. So you will procure, fully document, and enable, assemble files for commercial and non-commercial purchase orders, and subcontracts in ordinance with company procedures and federal acquisition regulations. Also, you will source, award, and administer numerous built to print manufacturing requirements, including in, interpretation of fabrication drawings as required to identify most effective and efficient procurement strategy and sourcing. Frequently utilize subcontract models and templates to award firm fixed price, blanket purchase agreements, time and material and labor hour subcontracts for commercial, specialized materials, complex systems, facility modifications, and various services. Analyze market trends, follow up of orders, place verify delivery, approve payment reconciliations, maintain necessary records, and conduct subcontractor performance assessments. Prepare requests for proposal packages, evaluate proposals, and conduct negotiations of pricing and other provisions. Lead source selection teams that involve supplier qualifications, sourcing procedures, requirements definition, development of proposal, evaluation criteria, and evaluation processes. You will participate in the development and implementation of procurement policies and aid in the training to lower level procurement personnel. Review, edit, and approve statements of work and task specifications through thoroughness and accuracy. Also, you participate in the development and tracking of small business plans and goals. Take part in initiate Take part in the initiation and subsequent perform small business outreach activities aimed at increasing small business participation. You also develop and maintain matrix and other required procurement and some contracts reports. Train and guide lower level buyers and demonstrate leadership development skills. Perform other duties as required. Okay, so very interesting position as a buyer. So if we had like those buyer experience with reconciliation, making payments, working with the supply chain as far as orders, procurement, this, this would be right up your alley. So, qualifications include typically requires a bachelor's degree in a related area and normally possesses 3 years of work experience. Now, from my experience as in business, buyers usually have a degree or maybe even associate's degree, but this says it requires a degree, and maybe you can add some experience with that. But I would say in your business fields like business management, supply chain management, if you have something as far as like procurement, maybe even have any certification like in Apex, that would definitely probably fill this requirement as far as education. Also, preferences include possess excellent verbal and written communication skills, have previous key experience, and good working knowledge of federal acquisition regulations. Be proficient with Microsoft Office application, familiar, and have prior experience with enterprise management systems. Maximum application is preferred or similar applications. So when it says EMS system or enterprise management systems, those are basically your systems or like ERP systems. Um, for instance, like SAP. SAP would be probably the standard as far as enterprise management system, or you could say like Oracle or even NetSuite. Probably, I would say probably NetSuite more than that, but definitely SAP and uh, um, NetSuite. And then also, I know some companies that also work with Omnis. That's a new one that I've seen in the industry as well. But so you can go through and check out some of these other benefits. They have the 980 work schedule. So that basically is 90. I've experienced 980 work schedule. So what that means is that so say for instance like the week one, you will work. Each week has 40 hours a week, but in 980 schedule, what you would do is that you would go from um, Monday to Friday on like week one, and that would be 44 hours. That would be over 40, that would be 44. Now, the following week, week two, you would only work 36 hours. So it's basically splitting 40 hours for 2 weeks, but you get that the next Friday, you get the second week Friday off. So that's where you're saying 9 8 works out every other Friday. We work 44 hours one week, then you would work the second week 36 hours and get every other Friday off. So yeah, for me, I believe that was a really good work schedule. So and definitely take a look at the other benefits that this position provides. It looks like it very and also benefits here. Health and wellness benefits are designed to support you and your priorities. Health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off for holidays, retirement benefits at 401k matching, educational reimbursement, parental leave, employee stock purchase plan, tax saving options, disability and life insurance, pet insurance. Yeah, so this looks pretty. I mean, this looks amazing benefits um, as far as working for this company. And like I said, and if you have like a passion for supply chain, for procurement, you like to work with customers, maybe even some strategic sourcing, business systems. This would be definitely. And then on top of that, if you like just the whole idea of space exploration, I mean, I think a lot of people love that for this job. Definitely. If you have the passion for this, have the requirements, I would go ahead and apply for this like today, like right now. Like please apply. I mean, looks like a very very awesome, and even this looks like even more like if you are starting to uh, starting to begin your career, like because it looks like it only requires at least 3 years of experience. Some people are just starting off their career like in their 20s, mid 20s, and they're working up that experience. This would be awesome. And like you said, it is remote, but also there, of course, since it's NASA, it is in Houston, Texas. So probably you have an option if you want to work remote or you can work in Houston. Yeah, so like I said, I will leave all the website information and description of this position in the link for this video. And like I said, if you feel like this is the a great opportunity for you, I will go ahead and please apply for this today. Don't wait; it probably won't last that long. So go ahead and apply for. All right, guys. So our next company we're going to talk about is the HR services company Workday. Now, I believe a lot of companies use their services for, well, mainly I've used Workday for HR services, like tracking your payment, salary, position requirements, even health insurance. I mean, not, well, benefits. I would say health insurance, but like benefits, knowing what your benefits are, working with other companies as far as training. Workday has many is very familiar to a lot of companies. So let's take a look at the products. So they work, like I said, they work with AI, and here the HR. So like I said, definitely HR is how I became familiar with Workday. So like human capital management, human resources management, Workday, Paradox, talent management, workforce management, employee experience, HR services delivery, employee voice, workforce planning, analytics reporting, vendor management. That's very important. And local and global payroll, which everybody wants to get paid. So that's very important. Financial. It looks like Workday they work with like financial management, spend management, financial planning, analysts, and of course payroll planning. So take a look at the planning. They even work with legal contracts. That's very important. So you make sure like your contracts and your agreements are all up to date. Also industry operations, so workforce solutions, professional service automation. So they do work with supply chain management for healthcare. Interesting. So they probably like work with like what benefits are available for your employees, that type of thing. And also student management. So if you're going to go back to school, maybe some training, they work with that as well. Platforms. You can take a look at the platforms, data cloud, extensions, technology, orchestrate and integrations. You might work with time off, work the extension. And they have an ERP. So, okay, so take a look at the industries as well. So, like I said, they are everywhere. Financial services, healthcare, hospitality, manufacturing. I know they are definitely in the industry, the energy and resources industry, professional and business services, public services, probably like schools, U.S. federal government, public sector, retail, technology, media, communications, transportation, and probably a host of other industries as well. So yeah, Workday is they are an extensive company used for the streamlining of HR services mainly, but they work with finance, IT, legal, and operations. All right, you take a look at a lot of the companies that they work with on the website, banks, even like Instacart, grocery stores like Hy-Vee, Data One. So just a plethora of companies that use their software for to streamline their operations. And so the position that we're going to talk about today is a data. Now, this is going to be a contract position. So maybe you have a hard time finding a full time job, but you still need work or you need work experience. So this is going to be a contract promotion for a year. It's going to be remote now, and this is going to be for a data support specialist. So this is going to be, like I said, a contract role. Can be in the U.S. remote, but must work in the Pacific hours. So you can be remote across the U.S., but those Pacific hours is when their operations are going to be taking place. So, okay, so the job experience for this data support specialist includes you're going to be the position offers a unique opportunity to directly influence the quality and effectiveness of machine learning models that serve some of the world's most prominent organizations, working at the intersection of data science and product development. You play a crucial role in creating and training data sets that enable intelligent systems to deliver meaningful business value. Your meticulous work will ensure that AI powered solutions meet the highest standards of accuracy and reliability, directly impacting how global enterprises make crucial decisions about their workforce and financial operations. So, your responsibilities will include drive data sets excellence by utilizing internal tools to monitor, audit, and continuously improve data quality. You will partner cross functionally with product and engineering to troubleshoot and resolve complex technical challenges for both internal and external initiatives. Execute proactive data analysis to identify emerging quality concerns and research effective strategies for correction. You also deliver consistent status reporting on internal tools and workflows to enhance overall product reliability and process efficiency. Maintain operational flexibility by supporting ad hoc projects and involving business requests as needed. Okay, so for as far as skills, we have to be exceptional attention to detail and demonstrate aptitude for thorough research and data-driven decision making. Ability to quickly master internal data tools to annotate, bound, and label complex data sets. Proven ability to QA and validate data sets, maintaining a 100% accuracy rate against project specific benchmarks and precision standards. Ability to maintain high levels of focus and accuracy while performing repetitive high volume tasks over extending periods. Strong analytical skills with the discipline to troubleshoot and resolve edge cases or complex labeling ambiguities. Computer proficient and experience using Microsoft Excel and Google Sheets. Excellent organizational and communication skills with the ability to provide, to pivot, and deliver results in a fast paced environment. All right. Qualifications includes a college degree in a BA or BS preferred. And I would think probably since this is going to be a data support specialist, probably definitely a degree in technology, information systems, even maybe in computer science. So, for this contract year long position, a minimum pay rate would be $25 an hour, but the max would be $35, probably based on your experiences as well. This is going to be U.S. currency, but also they're going to actually pay benefits for that year, so you'll be able to at least have be covered, or make sure that you are taken care of as far as with benefits. But yeah, I would definitely go ahead and take a look at gaining some experience with Workday. This, like I said, this may not be. This may actually, you never know if this may actually turn into a full time position. They probably are, since it's on a contract basis, or they might have just working a permanent contract basis. You never know what might happen. But if you have, if you try looking to start out, maybe even expand your knowledge and your experience, we will just want to get started, in the work field. I would definitely go ahead and apply for this position because sometimes, even if you're trying to get a full time job, sometimes, well, many times companies are looking to for you to already be working or have experienced before. It's very, I should say, it's very rare that, like if you're coming out of college and you just find, unless you don't have like or a contact mate or a internship or something, just to find, a good job working, paying that much money. So working contract is also a good option to gain experience, to gain knowledge, learn how to work with others, work in system. If you're part of like a supply chain, learn the key factors in how a supply chain works. So this would be definitely a good opportunity. Like I said, if you have that data experience, building structures, also even data sets, it's like here where we said detail oriented analytical thinking, data annotations, analyze large data set, and quality assurance. Go ahead and apply for this today. Again, Workday, the HR and really just systems solutions platform. Like I said, I've known it working for HR, working with the HR team. They have an opening for a data support specialist contract for a year and it's fully remote. So go ahead. I will leave a link for the website and the position in the description below. And like I said, if you're looking to further your experience or just gain experience, gain some knowledge, gain some experience, this would be the perfect opportunity for you. So go ahead and apply for this today. Well, guys, thank you so much for checking out this latest episode of Homework Now. Please check out and research these opportunities to see if they are a good fit for you. Again, thank you so much. Subscribe to the channel to get the latest info from Homework Now. Again, take care, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. All right, guys, take care.